What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Casper's Kicks checking in once again. Hope y'all are doing well. So as we start to wrap up this year of 2021, y'all know it is that time where we'll start getting the top 10 videos of just different shoe rankings for the year. So I have already done my top 7 Jordan 4 video for 2021. If you did not check that out, I will link it up above. So go check out that top 7 and let me know what y'all think is your top 7 Jordan 1 ranking for the year. But for this video, if you have not checked out the title yet, this will be my top 10 Jordan 1s of 2021. Now, I have seen a couple other YouTubers who have already done their top 10 Jordan 1s, and some of them have some decent lists. They have some have decent lists, some have nice lists. It's interesting with these rankings because it's all opinionated, which I do like because you get to see different people's styles, and even y'all, when y'all comment y'all's list, it's interesting just to see where everybody ranks different things. So we had a ton of Jordan 1s that came out this year. I don't even know the exact count for Jordan 1s that came out. I'm sure it's pushing 20, if not over 20. So there were a ton. So getting it down to 10 wasn't terrible, but ranking these in 10 in order 1 through 10 was a little bit tough. So I'm curious to see what y'all think of my list. Majority of these shoes, well, I'll say a little over half of these shoes I do have in hand. Some I don't, just because of different circumstances that happened or just they were hard to get. But I will talk about that in the video as we progress along and I start talking about them. But if I don't have the shoe, I will put it up on the screen so y'all have an idea of what the shoe looks like if you don't know what the shoe looks like already. But like I said, this will be a top 10. So as y'all go along, be thinking of your top 10 Jordan 1s and leave it in the comments so we can we can discuss y'all's list, because like I said, I'm interested to see what y'all's ranking are for all the Jordan 1s of the year. But I'm not going to hold y'all. We're going to go ahead and jump into this top 10. Now there's a little bit more than 10 with this, you'll see as I go along. But we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Now, before we start at number 10, I do have an honorable mention for this video, which is the Jordan 1 Light Fusion. Now this is it is right outside of my top 10, probably like in that 11 to 13 range. But this shoe probably had the best quality on a Jordan 1 this year. The quality on these Light Fusions was very nice. I know a lot of people didn't like them and they're calling them like the Ronald McDonald 1s and whatnot, but I really did like the quality on this shoe. The leather was very nice. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and jump into this top 10, starting with number 10. Alright, so starting at number 10, we have the Jordan 1 Seafoams. Now, this was a women's exclusive release, so unfortunately, I was not able to cop this pair in my size. This is my girl's size. This is her shoe, so I'm just borrowing it for the video. But the Jordan 1 Seafoam, I feel like we saw a lot of pairs of these this year, and they were in stores a lot just because they kept restocking due to late shipments. But I do like the colorway on this shoe. I love that green. It's not a super dark green. I don't know like the exact name of the color green that it is, but the green and white I really do like on this shoe. I'm not sure how I feel about the laces with the 2-color lace on there. And I believe these came with extra laces, so I would probably be inclined just to put straight white laces in there if this was me, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I do like the color. As y'all see, my girlfriend hasn't worn these yet, so I'll be curious to see what fit she puts together with them, but she did like them, so I did go ahead and buy them for her. But this is shoe number 10 for me. On to shoe number 9. Okay, so for number 9, I have the Jordan 1 Pollens. Now, when the shoe came out, or when I first heard that the shoe was coming out, I already knew. I was like, I need the shoe. I'm going to cop it, which I was able to. And this is black and yellow. Like, you can't go wrong with black and yellow. Now, it's not like a true yellow. It's a little bit of like a dandelion, I guess you could say, or a little bit darker of a yellow. But still that black and yellow. I really do like these. Now, the only unfortunate part about this shoe is that next year in 2022, we'll be getting the Jordan 1 Yellow Toes, which I feel like will just, people will just get rid of these for those yellow toes that are coming out next year. But this is not a bad shoe at all. I'll probably keep these and try to cop the yellow toes, and then I'll decide from there what I want to do with the shoe. But for number 9 for me was the Jordan 1 Pollens. On to number 8. At number 8, we have a collab Jordan 1, and if you know about this company, they killed their 2 releases that they had this year, which was the Jordan 3 that they did, and of course the Alma Jordan 1s. Now this is number 8 for me, really because of just the material that's on here. It's like a really rough, I guess, cracked leather. And so that kind of, if this was a little bit different of a material, I'd probably rank them higher on my list. But nevertheless, they're still on my top 10. I do like this shoe. I like the colorway on this shoe, like the little snakeskin burgundy you have here, even on the interior there. And then of course just the cracked leather, that white cracked leather is nice. I just wish it was a different material. But like I said, Alma killed the releases this year. Between the Jordan 3, which probably, if it isn't, is a contender for the shoe of the year, they killed this one as well. They did a very good job on both of these Jordans this year. So at number 8, the Jordan 1 Alma. Let's go to number 7. So number 7 is one of the pairs that I don't have in hand. I had a pair, and then I got rid of that pair, and now I have more pairs coming, but because it's the holidays and whatnot, just pairs have not fully arrived yet. It is what it is. But at number 7 for me, I have the Jordan 1 Bubblegums, which was another women's exclusive release. And now, like I said, the Seafoams were cool, but the Bubblegums were probably the one pair of Jordan 1s that I wish they had extended sizes for. I really like the Bubblegums. I wish I was able to get a pair of my size, like I said, but the colorway on here was dope. I like that they used different types of leather. So they had like a patent leather on there, and then they had the regular kind of stiffer leather, and then they had a tumble leather on the shoe as well. Very dope shoe. Jealous that the women got these pairs, and even some of the, or even men are able to fit pairs, the smaller pairs, because I believe the biggest size was a 12 in women's, which is a 10.5 in men's. So, but dope shoe, dope colorway. I really do like what they did. Even the little bubblegum patch that they put on the bottom of the shoe, or not patch, but paint mark that they put on the bottom of the shoe. Just all around a well put together shoe. It was a recent release that they released in December, which, like I said, is why I don't have pairs in hand yet. I have pairs on the way. But nevertheless, a dope shoe. Wish it had extended sizes, but for sure, for me, it is a top 10 Jordan 1 of this year. On to the next one. So for number 6, I feel like is where things will start to get interesting and people may start to disagree if they haven't already started disagreeing with me already on this list. So for number 6, I have the Jordan 1 Hyper Royals. Now, why I have this shoe at number 6? This shoe, of course, if y'all didn't compare them, is like the Turbo Green ones for me. And I like the Turbo Green ones a little bit better than the Hyper Royals. Now, yes, I know it's like, some people may like these better than the Turbo. I like the Turbo Greens better. That's just my personal opinion. But these aren't bad at all. They're still number 6 on my list. These came out earlier in the year, and it's almost like they had this shoe and then the one of the other shoes earlier that's on my list as well, the UNC ones, were kind of like, it's like, which one did you want? That was the, I guess, question at the beginning of the year was, do you want the UNC ones or do you want the Hyper Royals? I caught both of them. But yeah, I like the Turbo Greens a lot, which is why I copped this shoe. The blue is not bad at all. Can't go wrong with a blue shoe. And then it's got the hints of gray on there as well. So just a dope shoe all around. I haven't worn it yet, so fit-wise, it shouldn't be too difficult to find something blue to wear with these. But this is shoe number 6 for me. Now let's hop into the top 5. At number 5, I have the Jordan 1 Neutral Gray 85, the high 85s. I had the shoe in hand only one time this year. I only touched one pair this year. And I bought it for a raffle and then moved it. I think I bought it at a secret event. But that shoe is number 5 for me. I wish I had been able to cop that pair of my size. I did get I think it was the bread colorway that they did for the 85s. And then I know they have the Georgetown colorway coming out next year in 2022, which I would try to cop. But for this one, the neutral grays were very nice. So of course, y'all saw the neutral gray lows went crazy this year. People love the neutral gray lows. But I was a huge fan of the neutral gray high 85s. It was basically a white and gray shoe. And that's it. Like, it was just a very clean, simple shoe. I love that they went back to the OG cut, the 85 cut. Just in general, just a really cool shoe that I did like. I wasn't able to get my personal pair in that, but just like I said at the beginning of the video, it was just so many ones that came out this year. Just after a while, it's like, all right, I either try to get that shoe later or I just won't get it at all. But just having it in hand for the one time that I did like the quality on the shoe. Just in person, it was a very nice shoe. All right, so time to get interesting with this list at shoe number 4. So let's get to it. All right, so at shoe number 4, I have actually 2 shoes. I have like a 4A and a 4B. Now, these shoes, I feel like some people will have these 2 shoes as their shoe of the year, but me personally, I just could not put them in my top 3 for different reasons. So for 4A, I have the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Fragment highs. Now, I know we had a bunch of controversy, or I guess just stuff happened with Travis this year, and it was a very unfortunate situation. So I feel like that might have impacted the release of the shoe. I really don't know. But the Jordan 1 Travis Scott Frag highs never released on sneakers, and you really never, like, you didn't see too many pairs released out to public. I know they released on his website, and then there were rumors that they were going to release on sneakers at some point, but that just never happened. And at this point, I really don't know if we will ever get a release of them on sneakers. But the reason I can't put them in my top 3 is because, like I said, you just couldn't touch them. Like, you really saw a bunch of celebrities wearing pairs. You didn't really see just kind of random people wearing pairs like that. It was just a really hard shoe to get. And if you just, like I said, when there's no sneakers release on these type of hype shoes like this, it's just, I can't put it in the top 3. And maybe that's just me. That's just like, I mean, y'all can say I'm tripping, but when you can't touch a shoe, like, no sneakers released, barely anybody else released a shoe, I just don't see it being able to go into the top 3 for me. And that goes to my 4B, which is the Jordan 1 Trophy Rooms. Now, if y'all weren't familiar with the Trophy Room fiasco that went on at the beginning of the year, I will put up some screenshots of all of the crap that went on with the Jordan 1 Trophy Room. So just read the articles on the screen. But there was so many backdoor allegations with the Trophy Room ones. It was ridiculous. Between the back door, between the different prices on the box, between some pairs coming with blue laces, some pairs not coming with blue laces. And if you aren't familiar, the blue laces were the friends and family laces. It was just way too much for the Jordan 1 Trophy Room. And they did release on sneakers, but it was like the smallest release ever. Like, I think they did EA for I can't even tell you what they did to release the shoe, because I never saw it on sneakers, but I know they did release them on sneakers. But that shoe was just ridiculous. Now, I really do like the story that they had with the Jordan 1 Trophy Rooms, and I don't remember the exact details for that shoe off the top of my head, so I don't want to sit here and tell y'all, but it was a freeze out game basically for Michael Jordan. I believe that other players, they're trying to freeze him out, which is basically the whole backstory behind the shoe. But it is similar to a Chicago colorway, or it is a Chicago colorway, but it's not that exact same color scheme that's on the Chicago colorway. It's got like kind of iced out red. You just have to look at the shoe. But like I said, I can't put that shoe in my top 3, and that's just me personally. It was just way too much that went on with that shoe, and it just, people really didn't cop. Like, by the time after the release, like, it was just, if you were into shoes at that time and you were trying to buy a pair, what it was like trying to cop a pair of Trophy Rooms. And I never touched them in hand. I never got a personal pair. Never even got a pair in my hands just to look at. But I did see them at sneaker shows. But I just can't personally put that in a top 3, knowing it was a shoe that people had a very hard time touching. It was a bunch of backdoor stuff. Like, even Marcus Jordan supposedly people had pairs before he even saw them in person. So, like, stuff like that is just like, me personally, in my opinion, it's not a top 3 shoe for me. I can't do it. I know some of you may disagree with me and be like, that's the number 1 shoe of the year. I personally cannot do it. That's just me. But let me know what y'all think about that. But that is my number 4A and 4B, the Travis Scott Fragment highs and the Trophy Room ones. Now let's move into this top 3. Now at number 3, we have an upcoming release which releases this week, which is the Jordan 1 Patent Breads. Now, as y'all see, I already have this shoe in hand. This is a personal size, but I am ready for this shoe to come out. I know a lot of people are ready for this shoe. It's got a lot of hype behind it. Even though there are going to be some delayed pairs, people are ready for the Jordan 1 Patent Breads. Now, the unfortunate part and why it's not a number 1 shoe and number 2 shoe for me is that it's all patent leather. That is the only negative with this shoe. I love the black and red. You can never go wrong with the red colorway, but that patent leather, it'll be interesting to see how this leather ages over time, and as you start wearing it more, like how bad will it crease, or just so forth and so on with this patent leather. But overall, I do like this shoe. I am ready for y'all to get this shoe so y'all can get it in hand. And it's even got the metal hang tag on here, which we didn't see this metal hang tag on any Jordans this year. So it was just another dope feature with this shoe. But like I said, I'm curious to see how the leather ages over time, which is why I have this at number 3 and not at number 2 or number 1. So let me know what y'all think about these. Are y'all ready for these to come out? I've done a couple of videos on them. I did do a review on them, and I did a how to cop guide on these as well, which I will link above. So go check that out if you're interested in copying a pair of the Air Jordan 1 patent breads. But let's move into the top 2. Number 2 is another shoe that had, I don't want to say controversy, but had a lot of issues this year. And those issues are the reason it's not the number 1 shoe of the year for me. And I'm not even going to lie, I really wanted to put this shoe in number 1, but I just know all of the issues that went on with the shoe is the reason I just can't do it. It is the Jordan 1 University Blues. Now, me personally, I got a very clean pair of Jordan 1 University Blues. There are no issues with this, but I know a lot of people had terrible glue stains on their shoes. Like, you could see the glue stains all along the shoe. It was just a ridiculous amount of pairs that had quality control issues, which is unfortunate. But like I said, I was fortunate enough to get a pair with really no quality control issues. It was a really good pair, and I believe I got them from Shoe Palace. I want to say, I don't remember because it was so early in the year, but they really killed the UNC colorway this year between this shoe and then they had the University Blue 4s, which was my number 1 shoe, my number 1 Jordan 4 for 2021. But like I said, this would have been my number 1 had there not been so many quality issues with the shoe. But I do love the baby blue. That UNC blue is just really nice. I cannot wait to wear this shoe. As y'all see, it's not even laced up yet, so I'm ready to wear it. I just haven't worn it, but the quality on here was nice. The suede was nice, but like I said, I just could not bring myself to make this shoe of the year with all of the quality control issues. Now, if it didn't have so many issues, this for sure would have been my number 1 shoe of the year. These were dope. I'm glad they came out with these, and I'm curious. Like, I know next year they have the Jordan 6 UNCs. That'll be a must cop. So I'm curious to see what other UNC colorway they'll have next year. But for number 2, I have the Jordan 1 University Blues. I just call them UNCs because it's easier to say UNC. But if you don't know what number 1 is, let's jump into number 1. So at number 1 was a shoe that I was unable to get a personal pair. I tried and I tried and I tried to get a personal pair. And I'm not even going to be upset because there were a ton of opportunities to cop. Nike gave us the opportunity to cop these. I'm 11.5, which you already know is a terrible size to try and cop. It's a money size, so it's hard. But for number 1, I have the Jordan 1 Travis Scott Fragment lows. The low top was very nice. It was a nice shoe. A lot of people cop, like me. Me personally, I was not able to cop. It is what it is. I'm not upset about it. I caught plenty of ones this year, so I really don't need any more. But that colorway I really do like, and I saw a lot of people saying if that color blocking was on the high top and the high top color blocking was on the low top, that would have been made it 10 times better. But even with that color blocking on a low top, people still went crazy over that release. Now, of course, Travis Scott's name is on it, and then you have Fragment name on it as well. So it was a triple collab. But they did a very, very good job on that shoe. Now, I've seen that shoe several times in person at just sneaker shows and people wearing them on feet, and I really do like the shoe. I wish I had the shoe, but like I said, I'm not going to be upset that I didn't cop that one this year. But for me, that is the number 1 Jordan 1 of the year. They killed that release, and they did a very, very good job with that shoe. Now, I believe prices on that, I haven't even looked at prices on that shoe recently, but I probably have no plans on copying that shoe. I'm not the biggest low top fan, but I would have copped that shoe for the toe if I was able to get my hands on it, just because I do like the color blocking on this shoe. It was a very nice shoe that they did overall. So that is my top 10 Jordan 1s of 2021. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm very curious to see what y'all's top 10 ranking will be. Go ahead and put that in the comments. Like I said, I will be discussing with y'all what y'all's top 10 will be. I'm sure some of y'all won't agree with my top 10, which is okay. That is the great thing about the sneaker game, is it's all opinionated, so everybody has their own opinions on what they like and what they don't like. But that's what makes things interesting, is that we can have these discussions, and y'all can give me y'all's rankings, and I can give y'all my rankings, and we can just go from there. So let me know what y'all's top 10 Jordan 1s of the year are. I'm curious to see. I really do want to know where y'all rank some of these shoes and what y'all have at number 1, and then so forth and so on. Like I said, I'm sure like the trophy rooms for some people will be number 1, but just like I talked about, just some stuff I just couldn't put in certain places just because of things that happened with the shoe. But I appreciate y'all for stopping in. Like I said, let me know what y'all's top 10 is so we can discuss. I may do a top 10 Jordan of the year. I'm not 100% sure right now. It'll just kind of depend on how my week goes and if I can get the video recorded and put out. But if y'all really want that video, let me know and I can do it. But as always, I appreciate y'all for stopping in and checking out the channel. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Turn on the notification bell so you can stay up to date when I post new content. Hope y'all stay safe and stay blessed. If I don't have a video out before the year is up, hope y'all have a great new year. Hopefully you get to spend it with family or friends, or if it's just you, you enjoy it as well. Appreciate y'all for stopping in. Like I said, now I'll catch y'all in the next video.